There are those days that I honestly do feel that we made a wrong choice sometimes. Though not on all the days, but there are some days when the challenges have just reached the maximum boiling point. I usually sit back and ask myself, why did we even choose to come here? Mind you, this dream of moving off grid, I was the one who came up with it in the first place. Then Habi later on joined the dream. That was around 5 or so years ago. And sometimes, honestly, I know we found our peace here and we're building a very good thing despite all the challenges and all. But there are those times, there are those days that I feel as if this is not the best choice that we could have made. It gets so frustrating amidst all the challenges that we face. And I go into this questioning phase and I ask myself, did we really have to make that move so soon? Maybe we could have just hung around in town for some time and maybe just get our shit together, then move here. I remember the first day when we came here, we slept outside. That wasn't even the biggest issue, because after 14 days of us sleeping outside, it rained. It rained heavily. It really rained. We had a sort of a canvas that was that's what we were using for the roofing, quote unquote. So it wasn't a new canvas. It had a couple of holes, numerous holes, and the fact that it had rained during the day, it made me very anxious and very nervous. Remember, I'm the kind of a woman who overthinks a lot. I process things in my mind before I even speak. I have created scenarios, every possible single scenario that I can imagine, and most of them are not good scenarios. Yeah, that's the problem. They are all negative scenarios. So during that day, on the 14th day that we slept outside, it rained during the day, and I was just telling myself, okay, fine, it's going to rain, but God has our back. I know when it comes at night, it's not going to rain. Hey, it rained like not cats and dogs. This was more like elephants and buffaloes. And I'm telling you, that was the worst. That was one of the worst. I think it was the worst night. The worst time that we've ever had since we moved here. And miraculously, the kids slept. The kids slept very peacefully. Our 3 kids, the 2 girls, and our youngest. They slept. They did not wake up. It was just me, Habi, and our teenage son who were up. But everything got wet. Every single thing got wet. We tried to cover things up, but everything got wet. I'm telling you, that experience made me question reality in itself. It made me question so many things. I asked myself, why the fuck did we choose to come here? Why did I push Habi to come here? I've come to realize, okay, that this is just me and Habi. When things affect us, if a problem affects just me and my husband, we don't take it. It doesn't really down on us that it's a big problem. I don't know if I'm making sense. If it doesn't touch the kids, we can handle it. We don't take it to heart. But when that problem now is not just us, it now affects the children. Now that's where shit starts, reaching the fan. And the fact that we had subdued these kids to this harsh environment, to this particular harsh environment before, it wasn't really a big deal because it was all sunny and we could deal with it at that time. So we were sleeping under a tree and all that, but it was a cozy kind of atmosphere. Nothing much had happened, but the rain the rain, hey, it made me question so many things. I cried. I remember that day I really cried, and I thank God I have a very supportive man for a husband. Hubby is the kind of person who is very cool and calm, and he's just very patient, and he doesn't react. I am that's where we differ, we complement each other. I am the type who overreacts. I overthink, I overreact. I'm very impatient, and I tend to jump into conclusions so fast. But hubby is the opposite. So during that time, I was crying. I literally cried. That night, it was the longest night I've ever had. I can count a few nights that have been long, but that one was very long, and it was very dark. And that day there was no moon, I remember. It was very dark, and it rained. And then the rain came with these dudus. I don't know if they're not kumbe-kumbes, but they're two small dudus. I've never seen them in Mombasa. I came to see them here. They fly around. They are attracted to the light, but at the same time they bite. And they sting. That bite stings. It's like, I can compare it to a bite of a red ant, siafu. When red ants sting you, that kind of sting. Yeah. So we were tackling with rain, heavy downpour, and then at the same time we were tackling with these insects that came out of nowhere. So it was a very bad night for us, and I questioned hubby, I questioned myself, I questioned God, I cursed God. I was like, why is this happening? As in, everything is soaking wet. The kids are sleeping on a wet mattress. There is no place that was safe. There was no place that was dry. We had put some umbrellas. We had some umbrellas and some plastic, what do you call them, covers. We just placed them over the bed for the kids. But still, rain was seeping through. Yeah, water was seeping through. But they slept. I don't understand how these kids managed to sleep. Evil. And they did not even they weren't even bad. They didn't budge. They were just okay. But I remember talking a lot. I remember cursing. I remember crying. And hubby was just there telling me, babe, this is a decision we made. And God knows. You yourself knows. You know why you're here. And you know the kind of life that we were living in Mombasa. And you know that we had no option. This was the best option. Let us just embrace it and take it as it is. It is just one night that it is raining. All these days that we've stayed under this tree, it has never rained. But tonight, it has rained. You never know what this rain is going to bring, because according to hubby was telling me rain is a blessing. It's always a blessing. It's not a curse. That's what he believes. And he was trying to convince me that rain is a blessing, even if it was at that moment that we were sleeping under a tree that it decided to rain very heavily during the night. Hubby he comforted me in a very loving way, and I thank God for this man, because he brings sanity. He brings sanity back to me. When I start wandering off the goal, or I start wandering off the main point, the bigger picture, hubby usually holds my hand and puts me back together. He he brings sense, pumps sense into my brain. But that was a very challenging night. I have never ever cried in front of my teenage son. I have never cried the way I cried that night in front of my teenage son. But my mind was not even there. I wasn't even like, let me not cry in front of my son so that he doesn't see me in my weakest moments. That day that night I cried, and I asked myself, oh my God, why? We could have just stayed in Mombasa. We had a roof over our head. If Sawa, it was rental and it was expensive, but it was a comfortable place. Rent is something that we can deal with. For the problems that me and hubby encounter, I don't have an issue with that, because I believe we can find a way to sort it out. But if the problem now affects the children, now that is something on another level. That is just something on another level. And morning came. The good thing is, I've come to realize, no matter what situation that people go through, or I personally go through, there is that moment within that time that thing is happening, that you feel that there is no way out. There is absolutely no way out. But at the same time, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Literally, there is light at the end of the tunnel. That was a very long, dark night. But morning came, because hubby kept on telling me, morning is going to come. The sun is going to come up. And this rain is not going to be there. Believe you me. And I remember dawn at around 5. Sawa, the sun came up, and the clouds, the sky was very clear. There was no single gray cloud, clear skies. The rains went, the sun came out full and bright. Then hubby was telling me, you see, I told you the sun is going to come up. Now, when the sun came up, we decided with hubby, we need to do something about this, because we don't know if it's going to rain again at night. And the very good people who brought us here, we called them, because they have a very big house. It's more of a mansion, just next to. Okay, it's not far. It's kind of far, but not that far. So we decided with hubby that let the kids go and sleep there for the night, and then as we think of what we are going to do, if you're going to go look for roofing, because we had already bought the roofing material, but we didn't have the funds to construct that the A-frame for the roofing. So we were like, let's look for a solution, a quick solution for now, as we think of how we are going to get the roofing, the wood for the roofing, whatever, and then we at least start that project. So as we were calling these good people that brought us here, I'll just be referring to them as good people, the mother to the friends that we are now close with, when we asked her if she can accommodate the children, she was like, okay, that's not a bad idea, but I have visitors who are coming over, and there are many visitors, and I don't know if it's going to be okay, because we wanted the kids to go sleep there, then me and hubby, we will stay behind. But hubby said no, me and the kids should go sleep, alafu him, he's going to stay behind to guard the compound and all that. So this good mom, she was like, no, you guys, I don't think it's a good idea for you to come and stay here with the kids. Let me do this instead. I had promised that I was going to assist with constructing the roofing of the house, and I've been telling my fundis to come to your place so that they can start, but they have been occupied with another construction that was going on in their compound. So today I will make it a priority for them to come and construct roofing for you, so that at least you sleep under a roof and not under the canvas place under the tree that you're now in. Then you're like, okay, that is a good solution. We did not think it was going to go that way, but it did go that way. So that's how that day went. The fundis came and they constructed one half of the roofing, because it's a gable roof, so there are two halves. So they constructed one half, and the sun came out. We managed to dry all the mattresses, and okay, not completely, but at least they were dry enough for us to sleep at night. So we dried our stuff, and the fundis came and constructed they constructed the one part of the roof, and by around I think around 3-2 they were done, and we started moving and started arranging that one side of the house that had the roofing. So we put in all the things that were not waterproof. Yeah, we put them under the shade, and then the rest of the things we left outside. But we slept under a roof. For the first time, we slept under a roof. And sometimes when things get so bad, I go back to those kind of moments. That time when that problem was happening real time. That fear that I had at that particular moment. And then to just think of the next day. That problem ended the next. One day we are sleeping under under a tree with rain. The next day we slept under a roof. So I usually tell myself problems are there, and solutions usually come despite anything. Nothing lasts forever. Everything comes in its own time, and it goes also in its own time. But this one came very fast, and it also went very fast. And then Habi, of course, he was like, now you're panicking. Yesterday you're crying, you're panicking. See, that's that problem, the reason as to why all this happened, because of the rain. If it had not rained, I'm very sure we could have still been under that tree. So God, the universe, life triggered this so that it can put that in momentum, and for that to work itself out. Because the good people had promised that they were going to assist, because they did not like the nature at which we were living, and they had houses, because they had suggested that we go stay in their land or in their house as we get our shit together here. But we were like, no, if we stay there, these things things won't move fast within our own compound. It's out of sight, out of mind. It's better if we stay here. Things will progress much more faster than if we stay apart. We don't stay within the compound of the shamba. So the fact that they had suggested the help before, but because of this and that, it was a bit delayed. I think God or whatever it is, force or spirit, they're like, these people are living under a tree and they're supposed to live under a roof. So let me bring this problem and then fasten this thing so that they can now move. And I'm very grateful. I can say these good people really helped a lot. They really, really helped a lot with the construction of the house. And those challenging moments, when I doubt myself, when I doubt the decision to come here, because it was a leap that we took, I usually tell myself, at the end of the day, things will just sort themselves out. Whichever way, things will just sort themselves out. So if you are in any doubt or any fear, or you're going through a problem, maybe it's bigger than mine, maybe it's smaller than mine, but always keep in mind that there's always a reason for each and every problem. I'm starting to realize that there's a reason for each and every problem. Nothing just happens. Everything happens for a reason, and everything is planned. Maybe you won't see the good in that problem right now, but there's always a negative and positive outcome that comes from a problem. That's what I've come to realize. So in all the negativity, I usually tell myself, I believe this problem is going to end, and I am going to gain from it in one way or another. It might not be a big gain, but it's still a gain or a lesson. Or like when people come into your life and then they ruin your life, or maybe you fall out with them, or blah blah blah, but at the end of it all, they have taught you a lesson. Maybe they helped you realize something that you had not known about yourself. Maybe you thought you're not strong enough, but because of them, you decided to be stronger mentally. It can be anything. But that's what I've come to realize. And I still have those nights and days where I question why we left a comfortable life in the city to come here. But I go back to those moments and I tell myself, whatever it is that is challenging us right now, there will be a point that it is going to end. And we are going to come out much more better than when it started. Yeah, so life is very funny, and it's all about your mindset and how you perceive things. So Habi is the positive one, always. He is always. I have never seen my husband panic. Ever. I don't think I've ever seen him panic. Even if he does panic, he panics when I'm not seeing. And that's a good thing. It keeps me. I try to learn from him, and I deal with the challenges much more better when he's around. So yeah, okay. I think that is said and done. I'm a bit distracted because my younger one is looking for me. I've come to hide myself here. So let me end this podcast here. I'm happy that I am being consistent, and let's meet again tomorrow. Have a good one. Stay safe. Have positive thoughts. You are a good person. You're special. And be blessed. Bye.